Yo,
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How you doing?
Yes, I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
That's all good. Thanks for having me.
That's okay. So, welcome, Jason Mascall. Um, Thank you for coming on Love Talk. Please let everybody know your name, what you do, and
hmm
what we're going to be discussing today.
Okay, so my name is Jason Mascall. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a boxing coach, as well as an amateur boxer as well. Besides that, I do other things as well, such as music. But we're going to focus on fitness today, like we said. It's a big passion of mine. I've been a PT for around 8 years now. I've been working in the fitness industry for about 10 years. It's a big passion of mine, like I said. Enjoy working with people, helping them on their journey to getting healthier and, spreading that kind of positivity.
Yeah, so I'm going to tell everybody straight away. You helped me. You spread your positivity in my way, and you let me know that you was going to start up a training class in the local community center.
Anyway, that's
Jason gave me
it.
some wonderful hints and tips. We done exercise classes weekly, and I picked up a lot of useful exercises. So let's start off with your personal training.
Yeah.
How can anybody get in contact you with that? What is it that you do on a one-to-one?
Okay, so on a one-to-one basis, so anyone who's interested in PT, you can firstly find me on my Instagram, which is Mr. Max Boxer, or just find me on Facebook. Just type in my name, Jason Mascall. Um, Basically, you just go through your goals, what you want to achieve. If there's a time slot in what you want to do it in, and we can just sit there, talk about what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what you don't like in terms of training, things you can try that can develop your training, and just living a healthy lifestyle in general. Because it's more than just me coming and just doing an hour session with you. It's me sitting with you, understanding what keeps you motivated, will keep you on the right track as well, and just building those healthy habits.
Right. From what I've done with you, the planks, and
Mhm.
from and from going through your Instagram, to me, a non-professional, it seems that you're very, very much focused on building the core. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, strong core, strong body. So that's pretty much the powerhouse of everything that you do. So if you've got a strong core, then it'll support all the movements that you do. So I recommend to anyone who's new to training, work on developing the core first and foremost. I have a few videos on my Instagram that show core exercises you can do, and I put out plenty of information as well in regards to training as well. And I'm happy to help. So anyone who's listening, just feel free to give me a message, and I can send over some information as well.
All right. So I'm gonna put it out there a little bit. So I've been following Little C's, and he started juicing, and so he's
Okay.
doing this fast of juicing and no solid foods. I have a friend in here as well, Samantha, aka 300. She
Mhm.
also started. She's doing amazingly well. I'm so proud of her. Um, when losing weight in these ways, through eating, is there any special advice or any exercises you can offer them when they're doing these types of diets?
I would say as long as they're active and if they're looking to lose weight, then it's just important that they stay active. There's nothing in particular they should be doing. In terms of in terms of weight management, I would say 60 to 70% is your nutrition, is what you eat. So it's not necessarily the exercise you do. So if you can maintain a healthy diet that works for you, that's not putting too much stress on your mind and your body, then go for it. And if you can get in some exercise with that as well, firstly, find exercise that you enjoy doing. That's the most important thing because you don't want it to be uh, something you're not looking forward to. So if you find an activity that you enjoy doing that keeps you moving, gets your heart rate nice and high, so you can obviously lose that weight, then I recommend that.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. And you actually do one-to-one sessions with boxing. I've come with my boxing gloves in the past.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and how does somebody work up to coming to you? How do they distinguish between regular personal training or if they want one of those boxing coaching sessions?
It entirely depends on them. So what I normally do with a lot of my clients, we can spend half the session doing strength training, conditioning work with some equipment and so forth, and then we spend some time doing boxing. I find that's a good balance of things because, in my opinion, doing pad work in particular is one of the best forms of cardio you can do number one, it's engaging. You're building new motor skills in your mind as well when you're learning the different patterns as you're throwing your hands and so forth. So I always recommend that to clients, and I don't think I've worked with anyone who hasn't enjoyed that. So because I have that skill set, I always bring it in as well. But it's always good to have a balance. And in terms of the pad work, it's just a new skill you can learn as well, just to get your mind working in that sense. But it just depends on what people want. So if they're happy to try doing some boxing, then I'm more than willing to do that. And if they just want just standard sessions, then we can do that as well.
Okay, so on the boxing, staying on the boxing theme, tell us about your adventure to Cuba. I call it an adventure, by the way.
Yeah, so Cuba's they're very known for their boxing. They have been for a number of years. They produce some of the best amateur boxers in the world. So I thought to myself, there's no better place to learn than in Cuba. I got introduced to a lady who organized me going to work with some of the Olympic coaches out there. So some of the coaches that train the Olympic boxers, and that was a great experience. So I was boxing for many years before that, but what I learned there, I didn't think I could have ever learned if I didn't go. You know, so it was a great time. It's a great country, and if it wasn't for this particular situation we're in now with COVID and so forth, I would recommend everyone go out there. It's a beautiful place, and yeah, I had a great time, and I'm grateful for the skills I picked up there.
Was it in Cuba that you actually met the Cuban boxing coach?
Yeah. Oh no. So the guy I train with now in London, he moved to London, but he put me in touch with the coaches back in Cuba. So I went there and I spent some time with them, just training and so forth.
Oh, okay. And now, so all right. So being a trainer and coming back to student mode, what muscles did you have to relearn? What did you have to relearn, or how did you in the student?
It felt good being a student because I'm always willing to learn. You know, that's how I can just better my craft as a PT as well. I would say what took me back is the way they focus a lot on movement. So as you know, in Cuba, they do a lot of salsa dancing and things like that. So you need to know how to use your feet, move your feet. And it was very similar to what they do in their boxing as well. So they emphasize a lot on footwork and rhythm and technique. And that's what really came through. So it made my boxing for myself a bit more fluid, you know, because when you're taught here in England, it's very quite stiff and just quite, you know, just focused, like, if that makes sense. Just fundamentals. They drilled in the fundamentals, but they included that kind of flair, if that makes sense, you know, which was very nice to learn.
Float like a butterfly.
As they say, sting like a bee. Yeah.
Excellent. Just because, yeah, let us know exactly. Tell the audience what you want them to know about your boxing coaching, or your boxing coaching.
Okay, so in terms of, I'll just tell you a bit about what I would like to do and what I wanted to do. Well, what I still hopefully can do is my family's from Grenada in the Caribbean. I was there earlier this year, and I went there to work with some of the professional boxers out there, and it was a great experience. And I exposed them to some training that they wasn't really able to get. And what I would like to do is go back there and develop something. You know, I haven't got anything in plan yet in plan right now, but I would like to go there, maybe even potentially set up a gym, get working with some of the young kids out there, and just develop a real foundation that can build and kind of like sustain itself, which I feel like they need that over there, you know. But in terms of yeah, I'm going off, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, but no, seriously, is that in Grenada?
That's in Grenada, yeah.
Okay,
so
and what is their lifestyle like in Grenada? I've not been. So
yeah.
So
Okay.
Will these things be difficult? Would you need help with charities and stuff? Do we need to put it out there?
I believe so. It's a very small island, and it's the focus in terms of sport is more on track and field. When I was over there, I know they was developing like a Olympic swimming pool to get some people into swimming as well. So I feel like boxing is a very worldwide sport, and I feel like when I was there and I was working with some of the people, there's a lot of potential, but they just don't have the access to it. So yeah, so maybe some support from the community and just charities and so forth, just something we can put together just to put something in place. But it will come with time though.
Okay, yeah, but while we're here, let them know where they can find you, your email or anything like that, where they can contact you regarding things of this nature.
Yeah. So the best way to contact me would be Facebook, I would say, or Instagram. So my Facebook is Jason Mascall. So Jason and surname Mascall, or just on my Instagram, which is Mr. Max Boxer.
Okay.
We got one of the Cuban coaches just joined now.
We do. Nice. Thank you all for joining, by the way. I see you 300, Benny. I see you all. Thank you for joining. I can't go through everybody right now. So we've heard about I've experienced your personal training. Have you got any more success stories to tell us about?
Yeah, at the moment well, during lockdown I've been training my mum. So I'm focusing on improving her diet and getting a lot fitter. She's not someone who's normally into exercise and so forth. She's an active person, but doesn't do exercise per se. So my focus over the past couple of weeks has been training her, and she has lost a bit of weight. And as this goes on, hopefully, keeps keeps going down. Other than that, I've worked with quite a few people actually, quite a few people that have some people that have never boxed before, then I train them now, and just to see them progress in that sense. Yeah, man. So
yeah, so that's I know that you do a bit of poetry.
yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Come on, tell us about your poetry, and if I mean we've got enough time, but if you like, please, I would love for you to give us a poem. I'm sure there's one not too far from you.
Yeah. Well, in terms of poetry, as I see it as like a good way to exercise the mind, I would say. So get some thoughts off your mind, just put it down on the paper, and just it kind of gives you like a clarity. Well, for me myself, anyway. So that's why I've been doing that for a number of years. But yeah, it's just one of my passions.
Yeah.
And in terms, I don't think I've got anything off the top of my head, man. I don't think I've got. Okay, I got something. All right. So, okay, this is called Deep Inside of Me. Deep inside of me, could you find a peace? Could you be around the different sides of me? Look what I can see. You provided me. Feelings of despise I knew you doubted me. Disguises in your eyes. Look the other way. Hooked on every attribute that made you bait. Good I only found a way to get away. Should be down and elevate from my mistakes. Complaining to the fates. Get to bickering. I'll be stepping out to let some liquor in. Playing with my sin. Angels help me sing. Statements that I make I rearrange within. Where it all begins, deep inside of me. Could you find a peace? Could you be around the different sides of me? It's clarity. It's clarity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I really like that, and you've chosen some powerful words. It's very true that you live within yourself, and you have to battle those issues that you have within inside of you, and whether or anybody else knows it, you can walk with a smile on your face and have a whole heap of issues.
100%, and that's a very important thing. I was just thinking about this today, is that everyone has their own like internal struggles they're going through, and they may not show it. So it's always important to be encouraging to people and just, give people just like some good energy if you see them, if you come across them. Just make sure you can leave someone with a smile on their face, just to, if it gets them through the day, whatever it is, Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so thank you for your poems, and I would like to hear more. Have you published any of them anywhere?
I haven't published anything at the moment, but what I'm doing with two other poets is we're putting a book together of just different, well, my poetry and the two girls as well, and then we're gonna put that on Amazon. So keep a lookout for that. I'll make sure everyone's aware of it as well. And yeah, look out for that. Should be good.
Excellent. Um, I think we've come to my question now because you've given us such
Mm,
wide words. What is your message that you're sending to the world?
that's a really good question, you know. And my message to the world is always have faith. Um, always stay strong. Believe in yourself, and you have to be the change you want to see in the world. You really have to, you know. And that's not an easy thing because you need to develop like the confidence and the self belief. That will all come with time if you have the right action. If you make a plan, just daily goals, weekly goals, just plan it and then just, put your mind to it. And you can do anything you put your mind to, and that's a definitely. Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay. All right. So what we haven't gone through is how it starts. So I really thank you for that message, and I'll be putting that message up.
Yeah.
How did it start for you when you were in school and you was doing whatever? How did you decide to become a personal trainer? When did fitness become a passion for you?
Do you know what? It's funny. I was in my first year of uni. My diet was bad, and ended up putting on quite a bit of weight. And then some of my friends would poke a little bit of fun of me, and it kind of got to my heart. So then, when I was about 19, I started training, but I didn't really know what I was doing. So I was just doing basic things in the gym, and then people in the gym would start helping me and so forth, and then I started getting a bit more physically fit. And then I ended up getting a job in a gym when I was about 21, 22, just working on the reception. And then through there, I got my qualifications, and then it just kind of just fell into place, if I'm honest with you. And then I think it's one part of me is I enjoy helping people and supporting people. And I've always been an active person. I've always played football. I was in all the school teams when I was younger. So it kind of just, like I said, fell into place. And then for the past, 8, 9, 10 years, I've just been in the fitness industry.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna vouch for your wanting to help people, because it wasn't I who approached you and says, "Oh, do you do training?" It was you who approached me, and on one hand, it was like, "But him bright, system look good," but then, by the time I got in the house, I looked in the mirror, I thought maybe he's got a point. So yeah, so I thank you for all the work that you've done with me. I thank you for the work you're doing and the love that you're spreading. I would say internationally, I mean, Cuba, Grenada, UK, and you've got USA. We've got some friends from the USA over on this live at the moment as well. So,
Okay. What up? What up?
your message is being heard.
Okay.
Is there anything else you wanted to promote before we go?
I would say, no, just anyone who's watching, I love to collab with people, to stay in touch with people. So, like I said, add me on Facebook, which is Jason Mascall, or add me on my Instagram, Mr. Max Boxer. Other than that, oh yes, next week, anyone who's local in the West London area or Northwest London, I'll be doing some outdoor classes. I'm going to start that next week. I'm going to put a poster on my Instagram, so look out for that, and feel free to come down and do some group exercise. And yeah, and keep yourself motivated, keep yourself fit, keep yourself strong.
That's quite a smart move to do these outdoor exercises in September, and keep everybody fit so that they're not, in the springtime, everybody's not rushing to try and get somebody. So so it's learning to keep fit through all seasons.
Yes, yeah.
So with the outdoor type of exercises, what is it that covers? Can you give us a synopsis of what you'll be covering in your outdoor program?
So basically, I've got plenty of equipment that I'm going to take to the park. So it's going to be full body workouts. It's going to be circuit based as well, with a bit of boxing as well, if anyone is interested in that. And I work with a dietitian as well, so she'll come and give dietary information to anyone who needs it, a few handouts as well. So it's more of a holistic approach to keeping everyone fit and healthy.
All right, so the dietitian, please shout her out. because we promote her page as well.
Yes, yes. So you can find it at Self Nutrition. I think, yeah, self.nutrition.
Right. And
Self.
I know you're watching. I know you're watching in there. So hi, Self Nutrition. So, so for anybody who wants more information about nutrition, please go to self.nutrition, and I'm sure. Look, she's saying hi. Please, everybody, tell her hi. And get to know each other, and we'll continue this conversation. I'm going to follow up with you,
Yes,
and continue. And please always hit me up for anything to promote. I really want to stay on track with your Grenada program. If you can help by any means, please let us know.
of course, of course.
Other than that, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here, Jason. And
Yes.
I hope we can speak about it again, and we can grow.
Yes, definitely, 100%. Thanks for today. Thanks for taking the time out for this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you as well. So I'm a thank you person, you know, so we can do this all night. So blessings, and please, all my love to the family also.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Thank you,
All right.
thank
This has been love talk.
you.
I'll see you all later. Salud.
Thank you.
Take
Salute.
care.
Take care. All right.
Bye.